What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Chop It Up. And it's your boy Frank Laverne Sr. back with another video. This video here, I want to discuss the subject: live the devil's life, get the devil's price. So keep it locked right here.
Throw that word in the microwave, put it on the stove, slang it in the oven, man, however you want to go. Chop it up, cook it up, man.
And we're back. So, live the devil's life, pay the devil's price. And pretty much this here was inspired by another guy's video, brother on YouTube, that was saying that he left Christianity. Why he left Christianity? Because people in his family, the pastors he went through, none of those people could answer his questions. You know, real simple questions. If you read the Bible, study, don't depend on somebody else to tell you what it means, but you really dig and get in there for yourself. And they couldn't answer why God created hell. And of course, that does seem opposite of what God would do when we say that God is love. But at the same time, we have to understand that God is love, real love, so he has not created robots. That includes human and spirit. So when it comes down to the devil, God did not create the devil created himself, because every thing that has been made with free will. Everything can choose what it wants to do, which way it wants to go, and how it wants to live. So God created Adam and Eve, people, to be able to choose to love him. God created angels with the free will to worship, follow, and obey him, or do whatever they wanted to do. And in this case, God created an angel that was beautiful in heaven. You know, some say he was in charge of worship. And one day he just decided, hey, I want to be God. And when he had that thought, that was the moment that he messed up. And God cast him out of heaven because pride had rose up in his heart. And not only did he fall, he took 1/3 of the angels with him. So when God began to in Genesis 1 glide over the waters and make things, make this world that was in chaos a normal place to put his precious prize, which is humanity, in, he gave Adam and Eve choice. Unfortunately, the devil had access to them. The devil enticed them, and they fell. God did not get in the way, because if he would have got in the way, that wouldn't have given them the choice to do what they wanted to do. They had to think about who they was going to obey, and they decided to obey Satan. And that's why we're in the mess that we in now this day. That's the reason why the world is so messed up, because man gave up his dominion of the earth. Man gave up his innocence, and we all come from that one man and that one woman, so we are all messed up just like them. And the cycle just keeps on going and keep on going. The only difference is that God knew what was going to happen. He had a plan. He set that plan in place. Because if Adam and Eve would have went to that tree that they were supposed to, that God gave them the opportunity to eat from, they were supposed to have eternal life. But when they fell and became this thing that knew both good and evil, but was more evil than good, if they would have went and ate from that tree, we would be living in this sin, fallen nature for eternity. It would literally be hell in the flesh because we wouldn't be able to die. So when it comes down to hell, hell was only created for the devil and his angels. God had a plan to redeem man. That plan was to take people and show them how to live. He gave his word to a group of people that started off with Abraham. You know, before that, we still had people that worshiped God. We had Cain and Abel, the children of Adam and Eve. Then we had Seth. And then some people continued to still love God even though they had this messed up nature. And it got down to where the earth had populated. God was upset. He knew that it was only going to get worse, and he had hit the reset button, which is Noah's Ark. And everything was preserved 2 by 2. Noah, his sons, their wives, so they could replenish the earth and start over. But that reset didn't reset us, didn't reset our bodies and our minds, because sin still flows through the blood. And since sin still flows through the blood, everyone that is born evil, except the plan that God had put in place, which was to come down and take on a body and live like we live and feel how we feel and show us how we should live. But he didn't have that sin nature because he didn't allow man to be involved in that process. When he decided to come down, he came down and made himself a tent of flesh and a tent of skin to live in inside of Mary, which is why we had the virgin birth. Because if Joseph would have had anything to do with that birth, that baby would have been evil, just like us. And the sad thing is, we believe that we can be good. We believe that just based on our own strength that we could muster up enough goodness to go to heaven. But that's not how that works, because we don't have that kind of strength. We can see it in kids. You don't have to teach a kid how to lie. You don't have to teach a kid how to steal. You don't have to teach a kid how to be selfish. That kid is born like that automatically. So God needed to reprogram us, and that came in Jesus. When he came and he died and he shed his blood, that was the perfect sacrifice because he lived a perfect life. Everyone who believes that receives the Spirit of God, which doesn't make us perfect, but it gives us the power to start living a different life. And when it comes to holiness, like God talks about holiness, it's not about what you wear. It's not about, really what you do. It's not even about how you look. It's about having the love of God in your heart. Holiness is love. God said, be holy as I am holy. He's saying love like I love. When he gave the children of Israel the 10 Commandments, the 10 Commandments summed up in 2 commandments. Love your God with all your heart, mind, and soul. Love your neighbor as yourself. If you have his spirit and allow his spirit to live through you and work through you, and you give him all of your attention, all of your love, and then you express that love to your brothers and your sisters and mankind and all of your neighbors, that's the way we make it to heaven. And we don't make it to heaven just because we do things. We make it to heaven because we accepted the free gift. We do these things so we can express to people that, hey, I was messed up just like you. But if you come to the knowledge that I came to, you can have the same thing I have. And one thing that I do need to say that it's not easy. People think when you go to the altar and you pray the sinner's prayer and they dip you in that water, it's all, no. It actually gets worse. Because now, the same enemy that wanted to be God, you are now on his radar and you are now his enemy. Because his main focus is to trap the whole world into slavery and bring them to hell with him. He knows where he is going. But God has not determined that man should go with him. So when we give our lives to Christ, that's for us. When we love God, that's our gratitude. That's our acknowledgement that he took us, out of our messed up state. Because we are double-minded. We are messed up. We do have illnesses and our bodies break down. Our mental states break down. But God can heal all of that, and he wants to heal all of that. And then when we love our neighbors as ourselves, we let them see how good God is so we can bring them in. All that is about inviting people in, bringing the family in. They got a sister in Lafayette, they got a song say, I want my whole family saved. Of course, you want your whole family to come to the knowledge of Jesus Christ and for everyone to have everlasting peace and love in heaven. And basically, the world is going to end just like it began. We're going to have fellowship with God once again. We're going to have brand new bodies once again. No more sickness, no more pain, no more hurt. But when we think we can do whatever we want to do and not accept Christ and not read the Bible and don't go to church and just think you're going to wing it, you're not going to wing it. You're going to wing it straight to hell. And that's what I mean by you live the devil's life, you pay the devil's price. And if you think the devil ain't real, then you also a fool. Everything points to a creator. Someone who thought out every aspect of our lives. The way the solar system is made, the way the world is made, how the earth is positioned, towards the sun and how far it is away from the sun. All of that makes a perfect environment for life, for us to live and for us to enjoy. But if we don't get that connection back, that same connection that Adam and Eve left, then it's only one place for you. No matter how good the pastor preach you up at your funeral, there's no purgatory, there's no temporary holding cell. The last thing is the last thing. And another question is, what about the people who don't know Jesus? Everybody got common sense. So everybody has a moral law that's somewhere in them. So those who have never heard of Jesus, they get judged based on how they lived. Those who have heard of Jesus, we ain't got no excuse. It's just plain as that. The end. Jesus is not coming back until the last person, the last tribe has heard the name of Jesus. But in the meantime, until someone gets to those people know right from wrong. Once you hit a certain age, you know when you're doing right and wrong. You have a conscience. You know what it is to be guilty. So don't be no fool. Especially here in America and every country that has heard of Christ and has a church. No matter how bad the church has done, because people are messed up, but God is still perfect. God still has a way. If you can get past that and get to Him, then you'll be set free. You'll be home free. But until then, don't play with your life. Don't think you can do whatever you want to do and you're going to see God. You will see God, but only until He gives you what you deserve, which we all deserve. But only those who have accepted the gift will get everything forgiven and then welcome in to everlasting life. So let me know what you think about this video in the comments. If you need prayer, if you need, because I study. I've been studying this thing 15 years and I'm set. I'm not leaving Christianity. I'm not leaving Jesus because I know this is real. The Bible is historical. Science can prove the Bible. Archaeologists has proven the Bible. Archaeology has proven the Bible. So don't be no fool. Come to Christ, have life. So, with that being said, just let me know what you think. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Press the subscribe button. Share this with somebody so we can all get on the same team, the winning team. Until the next video, I'll see you.